Channel introduction. Hello, today marks the beginning of this YouTube channel. This video wasn't meant to be its own thing. It started as a short intro for the first real essay I wanted to post, but things got carried away and it got a little long. So this is just going to be a standalone video. I want this to be a perfect channel introduction. I've shortened it, made it longer, made it better, then made it shorter. I can't make up my mind, so we'll just go with what we got. And as an introduction to the channel, this will be the first and last time I talk about subscribers, likes, the bell icon, Patreons, sponsors, or ads.
The next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
No algorithm talk, no like and subscribe nonsense, no dancing around for clicks. We're all adults here. I'm not going to treat you like a Minecraft YouTuber's significantly younger audience. Like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so I can feed you more of these over-the-top acted out videos with pretty colors so I can spoon feed you because I sold my soul. You know how YouTube works. I don't need to gaslight you into supporting the channel if what I say resonates with you. If you genuinely enjoy what I create, I want you to decide on your own whether to come back or not. That's the kind of viewer base I want and am trying to seek out. One that seeks things out on purpose because time matters and who we give it to matters even more. What this channel is and isn't. This channel isn't for everyone. No shorts, no sound bites, no recycled content, and no AI sludge filled with fake enthusiasm and soulless voiceovers. If you ever see this channel in short format, it wasn't me. I didn't make it and I don't support it. This channel is long formed. It's a stream of essays, raw, maybe messy, sometimes a lot of rambling.
So I go up to Pepe's office and what do I find out, man? What do I find out? There is no Pepe Sylvia. The man does not exist, okay?
But always real. This is a space to talk about the deeper significance of things being video games, films, books, music, and the weird little moments that live inside them. Those moments that indirectly change who we are as individuals. I'm starting out with 0 subs, 0 views, and pure luck. No traffic. And I have no clue if this is going to work or what I'm doing. But I've spent hours watching people deep dive into things that they care about, and I know that there are others like me, people who want more than just clickbait and an empty spectacle. I watch a lot of video essays, and when I use other people's thoughts and ideas, I will cite them and link everything in the description below. I don't want to just recycle their content, but build off of them. Recently, I've had a problem with some of the YouTube content that I've been subscribed to. Not to call out and trash on any individual, but the ones who talk about ongoing things and anyone with a brain can find if they would just crawl out of their rock once in a while. I want a community and not an audience. My hope is to create a space for people who value transparency and deep conversation where we can explore things we don't usually talk about or find anywhere. Where you take an idea, sort out what you like, kind of like a mental colander for like spaghetti noodles and meat. You know, you cook it and then you put it in the colander and you wash out everything that you don't want to use in the recipe. You leave out the rest and walk away with something more refined, more personal, and try to make more of a living, breathing, beating entity on the web and not just a hot comment section. I'm not here to change the world, but if I can change one perspective, that's enough for me. Think Clancy Spacecast from the Midnight Gospel. Weird little human mess of honesty and thought. I believe we're entering into a time that needs alchemists, not the kind who turn lead into gold, but the kind who turn chaos into meaning. The true alchemists do not change lead into gold, they change the world into words. William H. Gass from the Temple of Text. We need voices that bring order to the noise, not AI parroting prompt engineered sludge, but people who care enough to think, feel, and create something meaningful. I can't give enough praise to the creator of Full Metal Alchemist and how on the mark she was. Speaking of books, the bookshelf behind it all and the medium between me and you. A huge part of this channel will be built on the ideas and philosophies that shaped me My personal library leans heavily on analytical psychology, philosophies, and the deep narrative. I've made a list of individuals on my shelf and a quote from them with a small description. This section is a little long, so I apologize if anyone listening knows all of these people, but if you do, you should feel right at home. Some of these names that you'll hear very often are Carl Jung. It is no teaching and no instruction that I give to you on what basis should I presume to teach you. I give you news of the way of this man, but not of your own way. My path is not your path, therefore I cannot teach you. The way is within us, but not in the gods, nor in teachings, nor in laws. Within us is the way, the truth, and the life. May each go his own way. Best known for the father of analytical psychology and collaborator with Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. Father of psychoanalysis, also known for his work on the unconscious mind, sexuality, dream interpretations, and the importance of childhood experiences. Marie-Louise von Franz. Especially in times of collective neurosis, the existence of mature people is of critical importance. Known for her interpretations of fairy tales and alchemy in relation to Jungian psychology and the archetypes. She is also a student and collaborator of Carl Jung and a founder of the C.G. Jung Institute in Zurich. Nietzsche. God is dead, God remains dead, and we have killed him. Known for his radical ideas about truth, morality, and the nature of existence. Immanuel Kant. Live your life as though your every act were to become a universal law. Known for groundwork of the metaphysics and morals, critique of pure reason, critique on practical reason, and critique of judgment. Seneca. The day which we fear as our last is but the birthday of eternity. Best known for his Stoic philosophy and writings, he was famous for his essays, letters, and tragedies, which explore themes of virtue, ethics, and Stoic principles. Albert Camus. An intellectual is someone whose mind watches itself. Camus is primarily known for his novels The Stranger, The Plague, and his philosophical essay on the myth of Sisyphus, and his contributions to the philosophy of absurdism. Schopenhauer. Life is a constant process of dying. Known for his book The World as Will and Representation, explores the nature of the world and the human experience as a manifestation of an underlying blind will. Hegel. Only one man understood me, and he didn't understand me. Best known for his systematic philosophy, particularly his dialectic method and his philosophy of history, he is also considered a key figure in the development of German idealism. Hegel's work significantly influenced later thinkers like Karl Marx. And speaking of Karl Marx, the rich will do anything for the poor but get off their backs. A German philosopher, economist, historian, and socialist, who is better known for his theories about capitalism, communism, and the class struggle. Also wrote the Communist Manifesto. Confucius. A man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Known for his teachings preserved in the Analects, empathized ethics, social harmony, and the importance of education. He is considered a paragon of Chinese sages, and his influence has shaped East Asian culture and society for centuries. The Tao Te Ching. Essential to both philosophical and religious Taoism, and has been highly influential to Chinese philosophy and religious practice in general. It generally takes as preceding to the Zhaoxing, the other core Taoist text. Sorry if I butchered that. And then my personal favorite, the Kabbalion. This text suggests that a single eternal truth manifests in infinite physical forms, even more that all dualities are ultimately unified through these principles. The principle of mentalism, the principle of correspondence, the principle of vibration, the principle of polarity, the principle of rhythm, the principle of cause and effect, and of gender. These texts are what I've turned to when trying to understand myself and the world. The why behind it. I've got 2 or 3 quotes to kick off this section, so sorry for even more quotes. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. This is from Nietzsche's book, The Twilight of the Idols, in section titled Maxims and Arrows. An Austrian clay tablet dating to around 2800 BC bears the inscription, "Our earth is degrading. In these later days, there are signs that the world is fastly coming to an end. Bribery and corruption are common. Children no longer obey their parents, and every man wants to write a book. And the end of the world is eventually approaching." I've had this mental blueprint of a channel I wish existed, so I'm making it. Draw the art you want to see and do the work you want to see done. Austin Killen. This isn't for quick fame. This is for people like me who felt the older, long-form internet culture quietly faded, and for the ones who want it back. Upcoming projects. Right now, I'm working on a 2 or 3 part video essay on The Last of Us Parts 1 and 2, with a twist that I've not seen yet, so I'm pretty excited, and I think that would be a nice kickoff for the channel. A long-gested piece on Akira and its psychological significance. A deep dive into Spirited Away, and maybe The Boy and the Heron. I found The Boy and the Heron, when I watched it when it came out, was a very, very good description that had a lot of the archetypes that Carl Jung talks about, and short reflections on Carl Jung's smaller and bigger works like Man and His Symbol, Ion, Liber Novus, and the Black Books. A smaller collection of his works that I recently got a hold of is Psychology of the Occult, Aspects of the Masculine, Aspects of the Feminine, On the Nature of the Psyche, The Psychology of the Transference, The Spirit in Man, Art and Literature, Psychology of the East, and The Four Archetypes, which would be a good pair with The Boy and the Heron. I'm not here to farm fast cash, and this will not be a content mill. This is a place for long conversation, hard thoughts, and honest curiosity. Maybe I'm just yelling into the void, but either way, thanks for listening. Let me know what you'd like to see more of, or don't. You don't have to like, subscribe, you don't even have to comment. I'm not trying to pull reverse psychology on you either. I'm just being genuinely honest. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll probably go finish up The Last of Us Part 2 for the next video. Thanks for being here, and if you stick around, awesome. If not, thanks for at least making it this far.
I've been hunted. Take a look.